Hey everyone, Illusionist Dave here, and I'm going to get right into this. I'm going to show you how to create photograph text like that. First, you're going to open up a new image. I like to use the 1000 by 1000 and 72 pixels. That's just my preference. You will decide what you want to do. Notice I already have all of my photographs that I'm going to use already loaded up, so it'll be quicker that way. So let's load up the new thing. I also use a white background. Okay, so first we're going to create text. I'm simply going to put Elvis because I've got Elvis images. I'm going to make Elvis text. How's that? So ELVIS. Okay, so this is really tiny. We're going to have to enlarge it dramatically in order for you to see the photographs. And do that. So now look how big it is. It's huge. So, and size does matter, believe it or not. So, anyway, we're going to open up our first image. It's of his gravesite, Elvis Aaron Presley. Gonna edit, copy. You can do Control C and the shortcuts. I don't. Alright. Edit, paste as a new layer. You want to make sure that you get this as a new layer. You're going to arrange it right over the E because that's our first letter, the E. You will have to mess around with resizing and changing the rotations and things like that. I've had to do that quite a bit, but it's okay. It's not too hard. You're gonna change the opacity. I use different. There's no set formula. You can adjust it to as low as you want, as high as you want, because you're gonna change it anyway. But we need to resize this and angle it a little bit so that it gets the right image that I want on there. You're gonna go to your vector layer. You're going to use the magic wand to select the E. You're then going to go to your raster layer, your top raster layer with that picture. Going to go to edit, selections, selections, invert. So selections, invert, and then delete, and bring up your opacity to 100, and there you go. There's your first image letter. Gonna go to select none. Want to make sure nothing is selected when you go to do your next one. We're gonna find this one. It's from the 68 comeback special. Looks like it's a pretty good one. It's kind of tall, so it'll go with the letter L pretty well. Again, edit, paste as new layer. Then go to vector layer, your vector layer, and get this exactly how you want it. Move it around. You can move by picking the raster layer around. You can move it to where exactly you want it. So I'm going to move this around to about right there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. So you're going to go back to your vector layer. Where is it? There it is. Alright, vector layer. You're going to select the L using again the magic wand tool. And once you get that selected, you're going to again go to your raster, selections, invert, and then bring up the delete, and then bring back the opacity to 100%. And we're going to go through here and do some more of these. We're going to do it pretty quickly. Get our picture, copy, paste as new layer, arrange it how you want it. I had to mess with this one quite a bit in order to get it the way I wanted it, so that you could get Priscilla and Elvis, or at least mostly Priscilla. So I'm messing with that a lot. And then of course you're going to go to your vector layer, you're going to highlight the V with your magic wand. Let me get there and do that. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we're going to again go to the top layer and you can adjust the opacity anytime you want, but it doesn't matter. But you're gonna delete, you're gonna invert the selection, then delete it, and then again, you know, go back to your next image. You're gonna keep doing this until you get all the images that you want and get the entire text that you want. And it looks really cool, actually. You know, you can see it's kind of taking form, and there are various things that you can do with it once you are done, and I'll show you a couple of those things after a while. This image gave me a little bit of trouble because it's the eye. Now remember, when you're going to your vector layer on this, you've got to select the dot as well as the eye, the dot over the eye and the eye. So make sure you do that, otherwise you're not going to get the full photograph in the picture. So you're going to go there, select the vector, select it, you know, edit, and you're going to delete that after you've inverted the selection. Again, you want to delete on your raster too. You don't delete on the vector, you delete on the raster. Alright, last one. This is going to be Lisa Marie and Elvis's daughter. So again, you resize it, angle it however you want. Then you're going to go to your vector layer. Then when you get to your vector layer, you gotta select the S using the magic wand. And once you get that done, you're going to go to your raster layer again and go to selections. Let it catch up with me for a minute. Selections, and then invert right here. Selections, invert, and then you're gonna hit I hit the delete key. You can probably do other things, but I hit the delete key, and then remember to bring back up your opacity to 100%. Now one of the things that you can do is, since you've got your final image ready and it's your photography text, I would make your background invisible and then merge all visible layers. So you got your text layer and then your background layer, because then what you can do is you can and then make sure it's visible, background's visible again. Then you can bring in another photograph, like a black and white photograph that I've got here. Then you copy, you know, edit, copy, and bring that in as a new layer onto the text. Because what it'll show you, it looks really cool. What it'll do is you'll put it in between the background and the text layers, and it'll look really cool. Got to get it arranged right, and the color text, the photograph text on the black and white looks really cool. You see that? So this is my second time at doing this, but I thought it was really cool. That's a neat way to create text from images. There's an example of what I did. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me or leave comments. But you can create photograph text. Isn't that cool? Alright, thanks y'all. I'm heading out.